Everybody wants to make money, and that's a reason why side hustles have become such a big part of many people's lives. So today, I'm going to be sharing 7 side hustles with you from various industries that you can start today with little to no money at all.
Dog walking is a relatively easy side hustle to get into, and it provides a lot of flexibility. At bare minimum, you'll need a good pair of walking shoes and a leash to start out. Although sometimes clients may prefer that you use their supplies instead. And it's important to know that as time goes on and you build your business, you may want to reinvest in your business and buy more supplies. As a dog walker, you'll generally set your own schedule and you'll try to find clients that will fit into your schedule. You'll also want to make sure that your clients that you're looking for match your personality as well. The worst thing you can do is to try and force a relationship with a client that you just don't jive with. And for that reason, it's a really good idea to actually interview your clients before you commit to a job. You want to make sure that you get along with not only them, but you want to get along with their pooch too. You also want to make sure that you're setting expectations right from the very beginning. You want your client to understand exactly what you're going to do in your job, and you want to know what your client expects of you.
If the interview goes well, it may be a good idea for you to have your client sign a contract or even a waiver of liability. You can usually find templates for forms like that online, but you may need to contact a lawyer to help you out just in case. Now, when it comes to actually finding clients for this business, you have 2 different choices. You can find them on your own by scratch, or you can use an app.
If you're building your business from scratch, you'll have to come up with your own leads, but at least you will have full control over every detail in your business. And just a little side note here, it might be a really good idea to buy liability insurance if you are trying to build your business from scratch. You want to make sure that you're protecting yourself, you're protecting the animals you're working with, and you're protecting your assets in general. Now, if you choose to partner with a brand such as Rover, you get to benefit from their lead generation funnel and brand familiarity. Apps like Rover provide an easy-to-use interface for convenient messaging and scheduling. Major companies like this may also provide partial liability coverage for the pets that you choose to sit for. If you want to find out more about Rover, or if you're ready to sign up, then you can go ahead and click on the link in the description below.
Pet sitting is actually very similar to what I just talked about, dog walking. There are 2 pretty significant differences though. First and foremost, you're not restricted to sitting for dogs only. You can pet sit for cats, dogs, rabbits, horses, guinea pigs, you name it. And second, this side hustle actually has some serious potential for add-on sales. Usually you'll start out with one base price for a nightly stay. And depending on how you choose to run this business, you may choose to sit for pets at the client's house, or you may sit for the pets at your house. If pet owners want to add additional services such as bathing and grooming, you can set additional rates for those services. And just like dog walking, you can choose to build this business from scratch, or you can partner with a reputable app such as Rover. And it's important to know that some of these companies that you might choose to work with may even provide partial liability coverage for the pets that you take care of.
Riding is one of the original indie contractor gigs, and it is still relevant today. It's just evolved with a little bit of modern technology. With this side hustle, you can make money by letting your creative juices flow, but you may have to use multiple methods at a time to really grow your business. Let's talk about some of the options right now.
Freelancing allows you to advertise your services to others who will pay you to complete a project for them. Some clients may ask you to complete a blog article, a news article, or even a YouTube video script. Whatever the case, it's up to you to decide if you want to accept the job. And if you choose this route, there are a few different ways you can gain clients.
One of the most convenient ways to find clients is to join a site like Fiverr. Fiverr acts as sort of a reverse job board. When somebody is looking to outsource work, like a blog post or something like that, they can look for and hire freelancers to create that content for them. Another way to find a client is to look at traditional job posting websites. There are plenty of companies out there that are searching for people to create content for their individual business needs. And finally, there's the good old-fashioned pitch. Yep, that's right. You can always pitch your work to publishers. Large websites are always looking for new content, and they may even accept submissions. And keep trying. It's always worth a shot. Oh, and I forgot. You don't have to just stick to websites. You can look into contacting any local magazines or newspapers that might be looking for content as well.
Licensing your work can be a very lucrative method in your writing business. When you license your work, you create your own original content. You can even put that on your own blog, but then you license it out to other people or companies. These companies or publishers will pay you for the right to use your article on their website or in their magazine or in their newspaper. And you may already be familiar with this. This is syndication. Though very effective, this strategy will require a lot of hard work, a lot of relationship building, and a lot of networking.
I consider blogging a necessary step in any writing side hustle. Blogging allows you to build an audience, practice your craft, and create a portfolio of work. A big bonus of blogging is that it can actually provide you the ability to monetize your work.
One way that authors can monetize their work is to make sure to publish on social publishing platforms that offer compensation opportunities. In other words, you're looking for a social media platform that allows you to publish your work, and they offer a program to pay you for it. Medium is an excellent example of this. Arguably the most popular social publishing platform, Medium allows you to get paid every time a paid Medium member reads your article. The really cool thing is that you get paid per minute of reading time. So you want to make sure that your content is extremely engaging so that your readers stay and read the whole post.
Another way that bloggers can monetize their work is through affiliate marketing. When a blogger becomes an affiliate marketer, they create a business relationship with either another company or an affiliate network. Affiliate marketers make money by sharing product links in the content that they create. They'll usually receive payment when a reader clicks on the link and buys the product. You can think of it as kind of like a referral fee. Some of the most popular affiliate programs out there are the Fiverr Affiliates program and the Amazon Associates program.
Amazon Associates has a much higher name recognition, but it can be much more challenging to actually get accepted into the program. To become an Amazon Associate, you have to make 3 genuine sales within about 6 months, or else they will close your account. This can be a really difficult task for a newly established blog. The good news is, if your account gets shut down for inactivity, you may be able to reapply later.
By comparison, the Fiverr Affiliates program is much easier to get into. There are no real hoops to jump through to get started. You just sign up and go. The catch, though, is that you need to earn at least $100 in commissions before Fiverr will pay you. And payments are issued about every 30 days or so. If you want to learn more about the Fiverr Affiliates program, or if you're ready to join, then go ahead and click the link in the description below.
Thanks to the internet, book publishing has never been easier to get into, making this side hustle a very powerful tool. There are 2 major self-publishing platforms that you can use to get started on this: Kindle Direct Publishing, also known as KDP, and Ingram Spark. Some indie publishers feel that Ingram Spark has much higher quality physical products, but the platform itself has kind of a big learning curve. The general consensus is that KDP may actually be the best option for most beginners. Their interface is much easier to use for the average beginner, and they have much less stringent design requirements. Now, I want to be very clear on something here. You do not need to be an author to publish a book. You also aren't restricted to novels either. Here are just some of the options you can choose to specialize in as a self-publisher.
Did you know you can create blank journals and publish them using Amazon's KDP platform? In fact, this is actually a really popular side hustle that people have been attracted to, which may play a big part in why it's gotten such a bad rap lately. Blank journals are considered low content books. By their nature being low content, they're much faster to make. Because of that, this concept has really taken off, and it's attracted thousands of people who make very low quality, low content books trying to make a quick buck. And honestly, they don't do a very good job at it. This has become such a big problem for both printers, KDP and Ingram Spark, that they've begun to crack down on low content books, and they have strict rules about what low content books you can publish. So while creating blank journals is still a viable side hustle, you need to be very careful that you're following the rules that KDP and Ingram Spark has established. And in general, you want to bring the best product you can to the table, because that's what consumers are going to buy. So don't rush it. Try to make a quality product.
Public domain content lets you publish famous books without the author's permission. Public domain content is any content that's been donated to the public domain by its author, or if its copyright has expired. So for that reason, a lot of the public domain books that you will find available are going to be pretty old, but that doesn't mean that they're not good. In fact, major publishing houses have been doing this for decades, so now the internet has made it available to you to do as well. Some notable examples of public domain content that you may be able to publish are The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, Frankenstein, The Count of Monte Cristo, and anything written by Jane Austen. Both KDP and Ingram Spark have rules about publishing public domain content. So it's really important that you follow those rules because you don't want to get in trouble. Also, each country has their own copyright laws, so it's crucial that you do thorough research on the laws in your area. Sometimes international copyright may apply, so you really need to not only know the laws in your area, but you really need to do thorough research on each individual book or whatever content you're using, because public domain contains images as well, and even music. You need to make sure that for that piece of content that you want to use, that you conduct thorough research so that you are not violating anyone's copyright.
And if you're worried about copyright, the best way to avoid that is usually by creating your own content. That's right. Creating your own original content to publish can be a pretty rewarding side hustle as well. And if you've always already written as a hobby, but you've been a little too afraid to publish, maybe it'll be a good idea to actually compile that work together and publish it in a book of your own. If you've always wanted to write a book of your own, maybe now's the time to start. Maybe you've considered writing a children's picture book. That's an option too. If you know someone that is a writer who wants to publish their book, maybe you can publish it for them. You may want to sign a royalty agreement or a fee contract in that case, though. Publishing original content can be very, very, very fun and very, very rewarding, but it can also be extremely challenging as well. Since you're self-publishing, you'll need to figure out how to effectively market your book. This can be done by leveraging social media and by networking with other people in the industry. This can take a lot of time and a lot of hustle and grit.
People need websites. Whether it's individuals or small businesses, after all these years, many people still aren't familiar with how to make their own website. And that, my friends, is an excellent opportunity to create a website building side hustle. And the good news is you don't even necessarily need to know how to code to do it. Sure, there are many website platforms out there, but those companies generally take advantage of inexperienced consumers. Companies like Wix nickel and dime people for things that would otherwise be included in a basic web hosting package. I think this is a very deceitful practice.
Suppose you can find a way to share with your customers that it's much more customizable and cost efficient for them to buy their own hosting through a service provider like Bluehost. If you can do that, that opens the door to making a decent income. Most websites use a content management system called WordPress. This system is completely free. You just need to install it. And to be honest, most hosting providers do that for you anyway. Once WordPress is actually installed, you can start building your website. WordPress makes it easy to customize the site by using the Appearance tab, and content can be added to the site by adding pages and posts.
The beauty about this side hustle is that you can charge a larger one-time fee for setting up the website, but you can add additional services and charge recurring fees for services if your customers want them. For example, if a customer doesn't want to buy their own hosting from Bluehost, you can open up your own hosting account with Bluehost and then create a subdomain for each individual client. This is a service you'd want to charge a monthly fee for, say $25, $30, $35, or $40. There is no limit on the amount of subdomains you can have on your master account, so this means you can service many clients. Just make sure to account for the price of web hosting, domain names, domain privacy, and your labor when you're trying to figure out the pricing of your products.
Are you familiar with TikTok, Instagram, basically any other social media platform? Do you have a full understanding of what it takes to build a following on these apps? If you do, a social media management side hustle might be exactly what you're looking for. Truthfully, if you know what you're doing and you can commit to consistently posting, there are tons of businesses out there that are looking for help building their followings on social media. My tip would be to start reaching out to local small businesses in your area. There are plenty of these small businesses, mom and pop shops even, that want help or need help to build a social media following. Often, the people running these businesses, there's not very many employees, and they put all of their energy into running the business. So getting that little extra help to run the accounts is very beneficial for them. And don't be afraid to hear no. Leave them your contact information, and who knows? They might even call you back again someday if they change their mind. And if you want to actually scale this business, you might be able to work for these companies as an independent contractor, which will allow you to work for multiple companies at one time. Doing this might help you build a portfolio of your work, and it might even provide a consistent income.
Online course creation can be a good side hustle if you have a lot of knowledge in a specialty area. The possibilities for topics to teach here are pretty much endless. Cake baking, woodworking, creative writing, computer programming, you name it. If you have a specific skill, you can teach it. Platforms like Thinkific make designing and creating your own online courses easy. Thinkific allows you to create your first online course for free. You just need to make the content. Whether it's video production, script writing, document creation, or all of the above, this side hustle in particular requires a lot of hard work on the front end. However, once your course is created, it is possible to continuously make income off of it indefinitely. So it might really be worth it. While these are just a few examples of side hustles that you can start with no money, there are many, 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 many more out there. In fact, some of the easiest side hustles to start are service businesses. Any service that you can provide to someone else to make their life a little bit easier has the potential to become a viable side hustle. I mean, there's the classics like landscaping or gardening, handyman services, things like that. Those are all examples of service businesses. So don't be afraid to get creative when you're coming up with ideas for side hustles. Just make sure to cover your bases and make sure you're following the laws in your local area. Well, I hope you found this video extra helpful today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you next time.